Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Fuck the police. I love you, Kuno, mother of all walls. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Rene lives. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking, or let the wall remain blank for now. Rene lives. There we go. That's the most fascist thing you can write on the wall, I think.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Probably true. Okay, now next up, I think I'm gonna quickly stop by Roy's pawn shop and sell something, because, you know, I kind of want to afford the dye that I ordered a long time ago at this point. I completely forgot about that, I'm gonna be honest. But let's go and get that. Down here, let's see if Roy accepts anything I have on me right now. There we go. He doesn't accept clothes, of course, which is unfortunate, but...
Hello. Let me know if I can help you. Sure. Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Belle Margrave. What do you mean it's evidence? I don't care. It's my Belle Margrave. Sure, let's pawn the photo of a happy couple. Let's do that. Empty cassette case, get rid of that. Postcard Courant 33, yeah, don't need that. This figurine I will keep hold of. Kind green ape pen. I'll keep that for now, that's fine. Don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
I have business to take care of. But before we go to the dice maker, I still want to make a quick detour up to the harbor, because I want to look at Rene's office, or like place of work, now that it's empty. Kim is really sprinting ahead of me. Is he that much faster than me? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Let's see then. Go up here. Have we spoken to Measure with our facial expression yet? I don't know if we have.
The unpromising, raise pupil.
Nah, nothing to say about that. Okay. Let's keep running then. And enter through here. Come on. There we go. Have we called here?
The payphone hangs mutely.
Okay. Let's go up there and see. Rene's little guard booth. Oh, plenty of bottles that I didn't pick up yet. Right.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
Let's take it.
I suppose Rene is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
This is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Okay, wonderful. Let's quickly get that orange dot gone. 4 points that we could put on. Alright, there they are. Royal Carabiniers jacket. +1 to Revacholian nationhood. Proud nationalist. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiniers has 3 stars on its shoulders. And the word Capitan written on the chest. Neatly patched here and there, it's impossible to not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. There we go. Now that's a look. And Royal Carabiniers pants plus reaction speed, vigilance. These pants are made from synthetic lightweight fiber and designed to let the Carabiniers' legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. Let's put that on. There we go.
Wow, this jacket makes you feel strong, as if your blood is mixing with that of the venerable Philippian loyalists of old.
Mixing? Does my blood need mixing? Or is it good as it is?
Apologies, you're right. The need for a strong central government has always been clear to you. You're a true patriot of Revachol, born to do it. It's time to clean up the streets and restore the city to its former glory. Whether you like it or not, this jacket gives you serious nationalist cred.
Okay, let me quickly pick up my plastic bag. Don't need the cigarettes right now. And let's pick up some bottles here. I can still put that all back to Frit on my way back down. I think we should do that. Could always use some money, since we need plenty of morale restoration anyways. There we go. Anything else? I think that's it. Okay, another thing. I think we've never opened the container, right? Yeah, I think it's still closed, right? I think so. Let's give that a shot. What was that?
You're back before the cargo container.
Rhetoric.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay. So we did need the cigarettes. My bad. Let's quickly re-equip them. There we go. Put that back on. Let's see if we have anything to boost our rhetoric. The more you get, the more difficult it becomes to sort it out. Conceptualization, electrochem interfacing, esprit, drama. That's empathy, minus rhetoric. I don't think there's a lot that gives you rhetoric, right? Drama, suggestion, that's minus rhetoric. Nothing here, nothing here. Viscalc, drama, conceptualization. Oof, I'm not sure if we're gonna get that door open. That's logic, composure, that's rhetoric. Nothing else is gonna give me rhetoric, right? That's logic. Oh, earlier I switched out the +2 logic hat for the +1 logic hat. Let's put the +2 logic hat back on. It doesn't really matter for this check, but just in general. Let's smoke one as well. Still, I doubt it's gonna be successful, and that's fine. This is more important for the ultra-liberal
You're
quest.
back before the cargo container.
Still
Its
3%.
draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
We could put some point into rhetoric.
And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
Possibly. Let's put a point in there. Is it still 3%?
You're back before the cargo
It
container.
is.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And
I'll put another one in there, but I think I'm not gonna put all my points in there. There we go. Now it should be slightly higher,
you're back
right?
before the cargo container.
8% now.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last. And, as it's always been.
That's a bad one. Should I put one more point in it? Keep 1 point pocketed and then, you know, give up on it? Maybe?
You're back before the cargo container.
Plus
Its
70,
draw has not
70%?
lessened. And, as it's always.
Okay, maybe if we get another point soon, we could try that, but the time is running out. I don't want to spend all my points. I might need them at some places. What's this? Kvalsund means Whale Fjord in Arden. Okay. Have we talked to Evrard about the container? I'll quickly check in there. Because I think there is some conversational path that gives you a boost to that. That would unlock it. I don't know if I have access to that right now. Plus, he's gonna see me in Rene's uniform, so...
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police
Oh, also
officer
that.
is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do so many things with a gun that you can't do without one. Now, what can I help you with?
What's in the container outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are... Harry, you smooth talk...
Smooth talking.
That's it.
Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Maybe that's unlocked it. Maybe we've heard that before. I don't know. Are you gonna say something?
Mr. Dubois,
There we
why
go.
on earth you dress like my recently deceased security guard?
I'm honoring a great man.
From where I'm sitting, it looks more like you've robbed a dead man, Mr. Dubois. But as this matter is far below my pay grade, I'm just going to ask, how can I help you today?
Look, my gun. Show it to him.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
You could say that. She tried to kill me. Not at all. The important thing is I got my gun back. She tried to kill me.
I told you she was a piece of work, Harry, but I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Wonderful stuff. Does that allow me to retry it? Does that allow me to retry it? Or was that just something that I've already gotten? I mean, maybe my rhetoric was even worse when I originally asked it. I mean, that could be the case. Like, I have something that boosts my rhetoric. I've put some points in it. I smoked a cigarette. Let's see if that's unlocked the check.
You're back before the cargo
No,
container.
no.
Its drawer has not...
No, it's not opened again. That's fine though. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. If I get another skill point, I might put it in there and try it again. But it's not really that important. It's not that important. Okay, with that, I think we're gonna go over to... there was a... I'll quickly get that. Hopefully it's still here. At the bottom, the Union logo and demand democracy. Okay. Let's go to Frit, sell the bottles we just got. 3 T's, how idiomatic. Oh yeah. Because we put so many points in it, we now get some of the rhetoric stuff we haven't gotten before. That makes sense. Let's go to the tear machine.
The tear machine Your bottles clunk
80
into the
cents.
machine.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Let's go talk to the dice maker. Let's go to the dice maker, get our dice. Then talk to Plaisance about... I think... no, actually... Yeah, just about the whole thing. I guess we didn't tell her about that. My bad. Let's go upstairs. Right, we need the flashlight for that, though. Flashlight instead of the crowbar, that seems fine. Let's go upstairs. Alright, dice maker shouldn't be too far away. Okay, an autosave, that's fine by me. Let's go up here and talk to you.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
Okay, there's the money.
This was an especially fun set to make.
She says as she opens her drawers and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Let's look at them.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at them. There we go. These 100-sided dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestone. When rolled together, pips on the dice interact with each other by pulling and pushing, just like magnetic personalities. Note, look at the map tab in your journal to see which white jacks have opened. Okay, yeah, right, those unlock white jacks. Let's see. Barbell, we could try that again. Man with sunglasses, esprit de corps. Okay, Lily and the net picker. Electronic doorbell we could do. Anything. The scrolling in this is a bit weird. Rhetoric for Sealang. Measurehead. Mirror. Oh, knocking him out. Doesn't really matter. Mirror interfacing. Repairing that. I'm not doing that. Policeman cloak. Oh, jumping down. That's fine. Wash basin for shaving. That's also okay. Church doors. We don't need that anymore. A cell empathy. I'm not going to do that. Tommy Laham conceptualization. That is fine. We can retry the rhetoric for Sealang to get some more money. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's go the other way this time. I do want to get the barbell. Oh, what's that? What's that? Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Okay. Oh, there was something. Where? No, that was a clue.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to? Sure.
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. Sure.
Reality is ruthless.
Okay, let's go down here to the gym. Okay, physical instrument. I'll take a look at that in a second. Let's get rid of the white polo. Who needs that? Do we have anything else that increases physical instrument? It's not affected at all right now. That's physical instrument. I think the gloves help, but we have gloves right now. That's one physical instrument, one that's not better than our... do we still have the thought? Coach? Coach? Or did we get rid of that? No, coach is still here. Coach is here. Very good. So no shirts. That would just inhibit our ability to lift. Okay, electrochem, nothing here, nothing here. No. Pain threshold, no. Drama, esprit de corps, pain threshold, empathy, pain threshold. No increase to physical instrument from anything else. That's -2 physical, we don't need that. Okay. That's fine then. This should work. What is this? Smells like leather and sweat. Let's try to get this done.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Okay. Wait, do those gloves not work? I think some gloves give a bonus. Is it just these ones? Let's try.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Maybe I'm misremembering. That's also possible. Let's lift the barbell. There we go. Now let's see.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
I'm a true champion. There we go, some healed morale. We always need that.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here?
Good technique.
The lieutenant nods with approval. Okay, let's go downstairs, talk to Plaisance. See what she has to say. Right, I think we wanted to go through that door, but the shop was already locked. Let's talk to you. I think that was what deterred
What
me.
have you found? And also, Do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. Let's go with that.
I don't understand. If you're not sure it's her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Okay, she says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in art darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. I think in my first playthrough I just lied to her and then claimed I debatted the whole thing. Yes, let's think about a potential future that we have locked ourselves out of. There is another entity, more malignant. Maybe I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
Expert Advanced Remote Viewer Achievement. Okay.
A great dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes, the venture continues in other waters, darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Farewell for now, book peddler. Okay, let's go outside. With the little bit more money that we have now, I'm gonna quickly return to Frit. Yes, I know it's a lot of running this episode, but you know, it's just kind of how it is when you clean up some of the last things to do. I'm gonna buy a little bit more of my sweet medication.
A small cabinet.
Hypnogamma.
Okay, here.
There we go. Just one more Hypnogamma for the road, you know. I've gotten another point now. Do I want to put that into rhetoric and try it again? I remember being really unlucky in my first playthrough. I was the thinker build, and because of that my rhetoric was really good, but I still failed it every time. Maybe in my dumbest bricks run I can just kind of finagle my way in there. I guess we'll see. Let's quickly run. Now it's snowing everywhere. Okay, let's go over there. Sadly, there's no teleport spot in the harbor. That would have been pretty helpful, I think. But whatever, it's fine. Let's see. Put another point in there. If we don't get it this time, I'm gonna give up on it. We'll see. What are the
You're
odds?
back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
17. We have the cigarettes active.
And as it's all...
Well, so much for that. I guess you're gonna have to look at other playthroughs to see the mega rich light bending guy, which is just a fascinating name, but he's just a guy who's very, very rich, so much so that the light bends around him. And he's important for your capitalism quest if you go down the ultra-liberal route. So find someone who played the ultra-liberal route. There should be a lot of people there, and they're gonna meet him. So yeah, it should be easy enough to find. But I'm not gonna put more points into my rhetoric. That stat seems a bit like a lost cause at times. So yeah, that's that. Let me quickly take another look at this to determine where the shot came from. That's other side of the waterlock. Ruby in the village. The buoy. Right. That's in here. That is in here. Let's talk to Morel and Gary. Hello, Morel.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. It was a truly epic long-distance trek. It was just on my way while I was working the case. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. Yeah, let's go with the fourth one.
I knew it.
You hear Kim say quietly to himself.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mesk in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Hell yeah. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the Phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Very good.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Going into the reeds is actually kind of dangerous. Apparently a lot of people die that way. I guess by getting lost, sinking, getting caught in the mud and stuff like that. I guess it could be disorienting, seeing only the reeds around you and not seeing much else. But yeah, so good thing you didn't follow.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. Its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Maybe you imagined it, Lena?
How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena.
She lowers her voice, imitating a boy.
You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.